Not Beyonce and Jay-Z going after Rihanna and Asap Rocky. An image recently went viral on social media showcasing two pending lawsuits between the couples. Tell me why this is happening just days after Asap wrapped up his 3-week-long court battle. Ain't the timing a little too convenient? Now, for y'all who ain't been keeping up, Asap's court case wasn't no petty charges. Nah, this man was out there fighting for his reputation, his family, and his freedom. The case was a felony charge that had Rocky facing up to 24 years in prison. He was on trial for an alleged shooting that took place way back in 2021. And guess who the accuser was? None other than his childhood homie ASAP Rocky. The way Relly told it, Rocky pulled up on him outside a Hollywood hotel, took out a weapon, and fired multiple times at him. Allegedly, one of the bullets grazed Relly's knuckles, but Rocky said it was all cap. Rocky's lawyers argued that the so-called assault weapon was just a prop, and Relly was out here trying to finesse a bag. Y'all, this court case had a lot of wild moments in it. I mean, we had Relly getting into it with the defense lawyers, calling them and then there was Rocky literally yelling, "Don't say," in court when they started drilling his pal ASAP 12 about the words AWGE. It was just insane.
Oh.
Don't say.
Huh? Oh.
What does that mean? Does that mean something?
It's mean oh.
Okay. What's that term from?
Objection.
Your Honor, I'm having this group.
Do you know what that means?
No, I just know it's oh. It's just,
Do you know what the letters mean?
I don't know. I could have my own way, but I'm not.
You don't know for sure?
No.
Your Honor,
Speculation.
there was a...
Want you to go to sidebar? Or we gonna
Yeah, we need to go to sidebar.
All right.
What AWG is, and you have said you have no idea, correct?
No.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Did you hear the defendant, when I asked the question, loudly say, "Don't answer it"?
I heard something. I'm not too sure what I heard. I was listening to you.
Did you hear somebody say, "Don't answer it"?
I didn't hear what was verbally said. I heard something.
Isn't it true that AWG, AWGE, is a brand that is connected with the defendant?
Yes.
So a moment ago, when I asked you what AWG was, and you said I have no idea, why did you say that when you're now saying, yes, it's a brand connected with the defendant?
Objection. This is testimony, Your Honor. That's what it means.
But through it all, one thing stayed consistent, and that was Riri standing 10 toes behind her man. I mean, Rocky literally flew into her arms with joy, almost suffocating her when he was cleared of all the charges. Beautiful moment for the couple, y'all.
We, the jury of the above entitled action, find the defendant, Raheem Mayers, not guilty of the
Relly, on the other hand, seems to have the whole internet turned against him, jointly agreeing to strip him of the ASAP prefix and label him a snitch. That's just Relly, no longer ASAP. One user said, he snitches on Rocky, supposedly went back to where the altercation happened and found bullet casings that he turned over to the police after they didn't find anything. He then testified in court against Rocky. Why is he still being called ASAP Relly? He shouldn't be considered ASAP. Once you testify against your own, it would make you no good. Now, just when it seems that Rocky and Riri are finally getting a breather, this Beyonce Carter lawsuit drops. Although Jay-Z has come out with subtle hints that it's not legit, but it's not just a coincidence, so let's get into it. Jay-Z, too, has had his fair share of court cases in the past weeks. Sean Carter just finished dealing with a Diddy SA lawsuit against him that was voluntarily dismissed with prejudice. So fans were confused to see screenshots of another pending lawsuit with the rapper's name attached to it again. It displayed 2 court cases in the Virgin Islands District Court, which claimed that Jay-Z was taking up a legal issue with ASAP Rocky, real name Raheem Mayers. Meanwhile, the second case saw Beyoncé taking legal action against Rihanna. Y'all know fans of these two power couples don't play with that type of news, so the eagle-eyed ones sat down and scrutinized the document, word for word. That's when they found out that the alleged document had lots of errors. For one, the suit was filed by Jay-Z against ASAP Rocky, both referred to by their stage names in the document. Child, if the document was legal, it would have the defendant and the plaintiff's legal names written in black and white. Fans also noted that Rihanna's real name, Robyn, R-O-B-Y-N, Rihanna Fenty, was misspelled Robin, R-O-B-I-N. They also pointed out that the hearing was set for 8 a.m. Saturday, March 18th. Honey, there ain't never been a court hearing on Saturday in the history of court cases. These factors, however, did not stop fans from throwing around debates and speculations. So Jay-Z's label, Roc Nation, quickly came out to wade out the debate. The company's official account simply posted, "Don't be dumb." Of course, not all the public was swayed by the news of the court case. Some fans knew better. One user posted, "People have to use their heads. ASAP Rocky and Rihanna are both signed to Roc Nation management. Why would Jay-Z and Beyoncé, or Jay-Z and anyone, be surfing two of their biggest clients?" Lawyers and reporters, too, got involved, claiming that the document was nothing but a prank. One person theorized that it was fake and that it was simply a clerk testing out the electronic case filing systems. I bet the farm that the court clerk is testing the ECF system on a quiet Sunday with fake cases. Usually, they pick Santa to sue. The dockets should go away momentarily. A well-known California reporter responded, "I looked at the docket after seeing all of my ads and told someone that this must be some kind of elaborate prank when the only publicly available document in the Knowles Carter versus Fenty is this training document." She added, "The cases are no longer listed in the passer filing system, but there will always be stuff on sites like justia.com, and it really begs the question of how the courts are dealing with whoever decided it was a good idea to use real celebrity names to test the docket. Oops." Now, neither Rihanna nor Rocky have bothered to say anything about the news. With all they've been through in the past week, those two are going to want to stay away from the court for a really long time. In the meantime, while Jay-Z is being vocal about the whole thing being absolute cap, Beyoncé has been pretty quiet about it. Rihanna and Beyoncé have never had any open arguments, but y'all know there's been tension brewing between these two for decades, with subtle clapbacks here and there. I mean, despite being big names in the music industry, these two have never had a collaboration or feature. Pretty suspect, if you ask me. Y'all remember that time when rumors were flying around about Jay-Z and Rihanna being a thing? Rihanna's publicist dispelled the rumor, claiming that it was a PR stunt that was meant to push Riri's career out there onto the world's big stage. Now, baby, I don't know if it's true, but people said Jay-Z made the publicist say that, and he started the rumor, regardless of how it would make Beyoncé feel. All hell then broke loose when Jaguar came out and outrightly said Riri was smashing Jay-Z, and the STD she gave Chris Brown came from Jay.
I don't understand why people keep talking about that. It was forever ago. They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes outbreak from her giving him the herpes.
Ooh, my.
Like, how the fuck did, you know what I mean? Like people don't understand what happened that night. And that's because Jay-Z worked so fucking hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started fucking with her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most sexually involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is. Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from a celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was fucking Jay-Z.
Apparently, the alleged affair caused tension between Beyoncé and Rihanna, so they started beefing. Fans began to notice it when Beyoncé released her hit song Bow Down, which basically was targeted at every other female artist in the industry, telling them to bow to her. If you didn't know, that song was originally written for Rihanna. Girl, she took it personally and went on to post that she only knew how to be number one. I only know how to be number one. I could use a challenge. How'd that feel down there on your knees? Then at the title press conference, an insider talked about what was going on behind the scenes, saying Bey and Riri refused to stand next to each other or speak with each other. Handlers and coordinators went to great lengths to keep the divas happy. The whole show was carefully choreographed, and these two had almost nothing to do with each other. Y'all, these two queens have been making subtle jabs at each other for a really long time, but both of them have never come out on social media to air their dirty laundry. So, baby, all we can do is speculate what's really going on and connect the dots. But it would seem that Beyonce's finally grown tired of Riri's consistent wins. On that final note, I want to know your thoughts on this. What is going on with this out of the blue lawsuit? Did Beyonce really finally get tired of watching Rihanna walk away with yet another win? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't leave until you hit that like and subscribe button because there is a lot more coming down the pipeline. See you later, baddies.